Welcome to the OERColorado Iconography Branding that Welcomes and Defines Lightning Talk session for Open Ed 24. Thank you for joining to learn a little bit about OER Colorado and our team's approach to branding. I'm Mallorie with the Colorado Department of Education's Office of Online and Blended Learning on behalf of the OER Colorado team in Colorado's PK through 12 plus OER project. This state project has been led by Theresa from the Colorado River BOCES under CEL, which is the Colorado Empowered Learning Initiative. CEL is the state supplemental online and blended learning program. The CR BOCES from 2021 through 2024 has been leading this project for the state. They are a regional school board support system for Colorado and public initiative on behalf of the state of Colorado. This presentation will focus on OER Colorado's microsite platform to highlight our consistent branding using icons. Since 2021, when we began designing and developing our sites, we've been intentional on how OER Colorado visually represents the different learning areas of education throughout the state of Colorado. Collaboration with the CDE communications team and the CDE graphic designer allowed us to start by developing that circular OER Colorado logo that you see in the bottom right hand corner. We use this to help develop our design strategy for the rest of the OER Colorado microsite. The icons that you saw on the previous slide are some examples that I'll show you when we demonstrate our microsite. These icons represent different concepts or nouns. As the noun project, the tool that we use to develop those icons, visually represents things or nouns. As a disclaimer, we're not representing or promoting the use of the noun project. We just wanted to showcase with you all how this has been a vital part of our design and branding process. A little bit about us. OER Colorado is a state statute requirement for K through 12 education. We've expanded that into PK through 12 plus based on the span of the resources and materials that we have on the OER Colorado Hub and microsite platforms. Our partnerships outside of K through 12 education have allowed us to expand our offerings of what's available to educators throughout Colorado. This includes our higher education system. Those entities have materials that they've curated and have available on OER Colorado. While we won't be showcasing our OER Colorado hub, we do want to highlight that we have one of two platforms, and our hub is on OER Commons. This utilizes the OER Commons materials and resources that we've selected to have on our OER Colorado hub. You're welcome to use that QR code with your mobile device or the URL in your internet browser to take a look at our hub. Today, we're going to be showcasing our microsite. The OER Colorado microsite has the specific icons that we're referencing that we developed and created in the Noun project. I'm going to screen share and show you hubs and groups that use icons and walk through how the icons have been customized by color, some having multiple icons within, and some having text. Here on our hub, if we take a look at our hubs at the top, featured hubs appear and you begin to see the circular icons that we've used to have consistent branding throughout OER Colorado. In our network hubs, you'll take a look and see that there's a variety of different hub images. These circular images or icons have either singular icons that we've gathered from the Noun project, like subject areas, OER user maker, featured collections, and administrative units, whereas other icons like Career and Technical Education for CTE and Friends of OER Colorado have multiple icons within one circular icon. With the use of the Noun project, we've been able to customize these icons with the individuals and the groups and entities and organizations who want to have their OER materials and resources showcased on OER Colorado by identifying how we can visualize what kind of content that they have within an icon so it's easily recognizable to the audience, public, and users. Our great state of Colorado is our state seal. We certainly did not create this ourselves, but got permission to utilize that icon. Our great state of Colorado hub and group have resources and networking opportunities about the history of Colorado. Speaking of groups, at the top, if we go to see all groups, you can see that there's many. All of these groups have an individualized icon to best represent what group members would anticipate. Now, many of the icons, if we go back to our hubs, align with the subject areas. When we were beginning to think about how to utilize the noun project and create circular icons, we first determined by the Colorado Department of Education's Colorado academic standards that there were already existing icon images for those academic standards. We took similar coloring and similar icons that we found on the Noun Project and created cohesive icons that we could have on OERColorado. While these don't exactly mimic the icons that are on the Colorado Academic Standards from CDE, they're very similarly aligned. This would hopefully help a user, maybe an educator, student, family, district staff, be able to easily recognize and find a specific hub or group related to the area that they represent. Same with career and technical education. In Colorado, we have CTE career cluster strands. These have been aligned and named accordingly with similarly colored ways that post secondary workforce and readiness is represented by the state of Colorado. So, a little bit about the Noun Project as we conclude this presentation. The project lead of OERColorado has consistently used the Noun Project for our site design and branding over the last few years. This has really provided recognizable consistency as we've developed and expanded our curation. Creators looking to host OER Colorado materials and host the OER that they've developed are collaborated with to have an icon that represents their space and materials to be easily recognizable. At the beginning phases of design and development, visualization was going to be on OER Colorado's beautiful landscape in images and photos. However, as mentioned, once we had an actual logo designed for OER Colorado, this allowed us to determine that icons are better represented with a topic or an image or a noun, which led us to the Noun Project. That's allowed consistency with imagery like mentioned, CDE, which is the Department of Education for subject areas in CTE. Once that criteria became clear, we've used it consistently. An area of the Noun Project that we've been able to share our developed icons is the Iconathons. This is a public design workshop on the Noun Project where symbols are available for public domain. So this allows anyone who's created an icon to post those and allow public access and use of in the spirit of OER. A few questions that we've asked ourselves as we've developed icons along the way is ensuring that it aligns with and invokes the given topic or subject or issue or noun or area. And does that represent the group and does not act as a barrier or confusion for use? And does that align with the materials, resources, or space that's intended for users to access and engage with? One other resource to share with you all as we conclude this session is there's a video tour of the Noun Project and how we've utilized the actual subscription and account that we have on the site to develop those specific icons. So it's a tutorial in a way that was created by the Colorado River BOCES lead. And we'd like to share that with you if you're curious about how to use the Noun Project, if you're considering consistent branding and imagery for your project, your site, your platforms. That's going to highlight how to save your favorites, how to customize icons by color, adding text, adding other logos within, and really the benefit that we've seen in the design usage. So feel free to use the QR code or the URL in your internet browser. And thank you so much for your time in hearing about OER Colorado and how we've used the Noun Project for consistent, recognizable, welcome branding for our users.